Hello, everybody, and welcome back to week 5 of the Nebula Esports streams. Tonight, we're going to have two matches coming up. We've got in a Div 4 matchup, the Coven facing off against Blackout Eclipse. And then after that, we're going to have Fenrir facing off against Drop the Gun. Tomorrow, for Saturday's streams, we're going to have Cuddle Puddle facing off against MSU Esports. And then Leica Esports, or the Martians, facing off against SSG Vesuvius. I am the producer man, Caustic. Joining me here today, well, I'll let them introduce themselves.
Winton.
Winton is not an introduction, does she? Hello. Also, hello everybody. Welcome into our Nebula stream of week 5. Things are getting kind of spicy right now. We're getting very close to playoffs. Teams are getting solidified on the top. Some teams are still trying to claw their way into the playoffs. It's looking a little bit crazy, and this is a very important match for the Coven because Blackout Eclipse is looking very solid on that number 1 seed of Division 4 this day. But Coven is kind of still fighting for the 5th place. It's looking a little bit scary, especially if Izanagi, FOE Ball, and Runa's Radiance being so strong right now.
You need that
need to get this win. Yeah, you need to get this win, and you have to hope that Izanagi loses their own match.
And hopefully they do, as we're going to go see the Coven's roster here momentarily, as we're going to have Chill, Demo, and Tank Haunted on DPS, along with Help Me. I like the Junkrat PF, well, the Junkrat choice. And then Digit Witch and Scully May on the support lineup. And then next, I think you can get the side of a Blackout Eclipse underway.
Yeah, Blackout Eclipse, our number 1 seed, coming in with Shoreline on the tank, picking the Jungle Queen as a character, which you could also see a little bit on, especially on Surafasa and those types of match, like splash points and all that. You have Dino Dan on DPS, followed by Manana on DPS as well, and Theory and Race as your backline, a very scary support backline if they choose to run any of these characters.
Zen, Kier, I'd actually be horrified.
I don't think they're gonna run that, but again, if
Well, like,
any
if
of
they
these
did.
characters are in, it's always scary because Kiriko, the headshot potential is insane. Zenyatta with the discords and the volleys, you just get picked so easily. Again, I always support a Zenyatta in my games. Hashtag let me play Zen. My coaches, please, please, please.
Hashtag let me play Ryan.
No, because you're a DPS player.
No. Oh, that reminds me. I can't show it. We'll go when we go back to cameras later. I'll show it. Well, or it's hidden if they don't notice later now. But anyways, map 1 is going to be Lijiang, the staple of the season so far.
Yeah, like most teams prefer this. It's just a very fun map to play, in my personal opinion. You get a lot of different strategies that you can run here. Like you can even see a Symmetra, especially on this point here, like just TPing straight to point and kind of bunkering down. I love some boob kills. My boob city. This is my boob city map. Hashtag Lee Jagon Tower, my beloved. We've seen some teams choosing to run Oasis, not much of Samoa, but I think we're getting baited with the hog pick, Dusty.
I can only hope. Shoreline, please don't be trolling me. Oh, that's objectively
We're getting extra trolled with the Manga.
We're getting every tank in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting probably a Ram mirror. Like Chill's already showing a Ramatra with the Lucio Kiri backline, pretty standard stuff. Jungle Queen on Lijiang, I'm not expecting that. If they run on this, it's gonna be quite curious.
PFP was the JQ.
That's true. Maybe Shoreline is just a comfort pick for them.
And now, I mean, it's going to be pretty much a mirror match besides Manana staying on the Sim and Shoreline being on the Queen. So your main advantage for the side of the Coven might just be a little extra poke damage coming in to poke out Blackout Eclipse before they get in to this fight. But everyone's already falling low. Chill Demo already has to use the Nemesis form. And it's going to be a trade. Both teams finding the opening pick, but Demo falls as well. So that's going to be first fight going to Blackout Eclipse there. Chill Demo getting a little too close there using the Nemesis form.
Yeah, the Coven's gonna have a very hard time to go in, especially because I mean now we're seeing the swap, but it was very hard for Demo to just go in with the Nemesis form. Again, Symmetra gets a lot of charge out of shield, so when he put that shield down early, they were just able to get a lot of charge out of that, so he was just getting melted like crazy. But now a good rotation coming out for Coven.
Oh, Disruptor shot certainly doing its job. As Haunted's going to go down. Theory finds the boop kill there. Well, at least with the boop damage. As it's going to be the rest of the Coven probably just trying to survive. And it's just going to give Blackout Eclipse a little extra time and percentage on that point. And Shorelines and Race are already getting close to these ultimates.
Yeah, the Kitsune Rush is gonna guarantee a team fight win for Blackout Eclipse. So Coven needs to get that early pick, and it's probably gonna come with the hands of Help Me with a Soldier and probably a stray rail shot into the back of the head of probably Dino or Manana here. So let's see where they decide to engage. They're probably trying to take the rotations in, or just running down mid with them already using Nemesis form.
I mean, if you were able to block and build with few ults, but you really are not close to anything as Theory. Gonna find their mirror, Haunted finds their mirror as well, as it's going to be Shoreline getting a Carnage, getting the cleanup from Race, and all you need is a rush, and that's gonna be getting close to last fight territory here next, as the Coven still have not reached an ultimate.
Yeah, and Coven is getting dangerous territory. Blackout's already at 80% almost. And they're still gonna have a lot of ultimates coming in. They only really needed that Kitsune, like I said. And Coven still doesn't have anything, so they really need to build something. And even then, their Oticon is gonna be in a little bit of shambles.
And I talk about the members of the Coven realistically being able to get a poke battle out, but they're the ones getting poked out the most here, going into these rotations. You're already having to use shield, you're already having to use like cooldowns, and it's a big rampage finding two. Scully May not able to get the Suzu off in time, as two members are already down here for the side of the Coven. And it's gonna be Shoreline with the cleanup, and that's gonna be Night Market next. Simple as that.
This is domination. Like, it's just domination. Blackout Eclipse just showing such a mastery of like how comp, especially around point. And again, Jericho Queen is not a tank you usually expect to see in Lijiang. At least I personally have never seen it in any like higher level plays that I've watched before. But still, it's Shoreline's comfort pick. They chose their character for the icon for a reason, and they proved why. That rampage absolutely catching everyone and just getting that win. Because Scully was not able to use Suzu, or probably use it, had to force it out early. Now we're seeing a Reinhardt pick here, Dusty.
I mean, it's control center.
Okay, I'm more used to the ball. Again, as a ball connoisseur myself, I'm more expecting of that. If we see the race, it's gonna be pretty boring.
What is? Oh, I was scared for a
Queen.
second.
There you go. We're not gonna see the queen.
I saw Orisa, but that was actually gonna be really scary for Chill Demo if they were going to go for it. As Dino, by the way, never used that overclock in the last round, so they're still feeling kind of warm on the Sojourn. As Haunted does make a switch over to the Tracer here to try to mark out that backline a little more, and Manana.
Yeah, I quite like the Tracer pick. Try to really poke out onto Dino, probably harass his life, make it very hard. But Shoreline doesn't care. Gets two immediately in three. Theory just cleaning up with Digitwitch. So now Coven just needs to fall back and regroup and not staggering here. It's, oh my god, what a play.
What? I mean, okay, let me try to get the words properly for this one. I'm not you're the analyst one, not me here. But I mean, it's just the Queen comp has so much survivability and speed, just having that second momentum boost for your team with the shout and extra health, it kind of just allows you to run down people if you keep that tempo up.
Yeah, absolutely right. Overwatch is a tempo game, and now Chili Dem already having to use Nemesis form. Dante tried to poke out on Theory, but losing this 1v1, and in the meantime, his team is just falling down like flies, and Chill Dem is not going to be able to survive this. He's just going to get killed by Manana. I mean, he get his one, but it's not gonna be enough, especially because it's a Kiri, and your Lucio can go ahead and just sexy her, not even full into spawn, just to get a TP in. And Blackout Eclipse is gonna have a full fight here. The Coven making a swap into the Juno Baptiste here. I'm curious about this line.
I mean, I don't hate it per se. Having the Juno with the Lucio will definitely be able to keep Shield Demo up, and getting some kind of care for like Help Me with a lamp would be good. And speaking of Help Me, helping the side of the Coven, finding the first pick on a race. That's a lot of your main support down for the side of Blackout Eclipse. They do not care, however, as Shoreline's going to be running in with that little bit of Queen self-sustain with the Carnage. As Chill Demo finds Manana as a 4v3 on the side of the point for the Coven. And potential flip here coming in. But Scully May gets hit with a Carnage and knife combo. And this one's still going to be going next as you have Dino on the off angle with the overclock locked and loaded. Recall coming from Haunted. It's still a fight on the point. The point did get flipped. You're going to get up to 10%. Digit will get the pick on the Theory before falling with the missiles, but Chill Demo does not have another Nemesis form to keep them alive. This fight's still going to be going now, as Help Me Find Manana is just trade after trade, but I think that's gonna be enough to force back the Coven losing their tank there.
I mean, Help Me finally doing what Coven needed, getting the initial rail pick. Unfortunately, Scully May was a little bit too late with their Morpheus, probably trying not to use that cooldown a little bit too early, but unfortunately it just caused Help Me to fall down. With all that Soch damage, it was so easy for Blackout Eclipse to trade that. And now Ramp coming in as well.
Ult online.
Oh my god.
We jumped into the pulse! Manana jumped into the pulse! Haunted still gets their one! And now, point's gonna be flipped once again, and Annihilation to help clean this one up. A nice punch on the Theory. And 2 remaining for the side of Blackout Eclipse, and the Coven are not done yet, Nyx.
Yeah, they're holding by the skin of the teeth. Any extra picks that Childem can get here, or at least force them out, it's gonna be huge. And Haunted Falls is gonna all rest on the overclock from Help Me here. If they get picks, it's gonna be huge, but it's looking a little bit scary.
Oh, a nice railgun shot! But it's too late, you can't get your overclock off, and now you still have the one from Dino Dan. Manana's in the back line, they try to get peeled by the side of Childemo, but he was already too low. It's gonna be a point flip, no contest from Haunted, and now you just have a Sojourn with overclock in your front line. And it's gonna need a miraculous touch, and it's just not gonna happen. We saw a glimmer of hope, but Blackout Eclipse basically just blacked out the entire map, just no hope for the side of the Coven there.
I mean, great comeback for Coven on the second point. Again, it's
Kiri.
Yeah, Kiri player of the game. You'll love to see support player of the game. And again, I believe Coven is resting a lot on the Help Me to be able to get this early picks or just a straight rail shot and get somebody from Blackout Eclipse. Because the longer they take the poke damage, Blackout Eclipse is just gonna win that. They have more tempo, they have more survivability, especially with the Queen Shao, the Kiri and the Lucio heals coming from the back line. It's unfortunate because the support line for the Coven almost had the orbital on and it was just literally they were 99 away. If they got the ultimate off before Helping fell, they would be able to probably win this and go even further against Blackout, which again is a #1 seed. So Coven is putting out a fight. They're underdogs here. And again, it's just map 1. So now it's important to not let your mental get boomed. You need to be able to make strategies. Okay, they're playing this queen. How are we going to play around this? Clearly, the Kiriko was not working. Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be Hybrid next. And our selection is going to be King. Do we take them to King's Row?
I don't think I wouldn't. I would say, like, more high ground advantage with Paraíso.
Paraíso, my beloved, I'm always down, but I don't think they're gonna choose Paraíso. If I were the Coven right now, I would probably choose a Hollywood to really avoid a queen pick
Just
and
not
maybe
KR.
play a KR could be a choice if it's that comfort pick. A lot of teams like to scrim King's Row. Maybe they have something a little bit, freaky cooking up. Maybe again, we've seen some odd plays happening hybrid, like some Junkrat gaming, some Torbjorn, all of that. So it could happen.
Yeah. And I guess we're just gonna have to look at the map pool there. It's still very nice. Good job on that, Nyx.
Oh, thank you. Graphic design is not my passion.
I like purple.
It's a good color scheme.
Yeah, but no, most likely, I'm guessing Hollywood or Paraíso, but every time we call it out, it's just KR. It's never.
Right.
It's never.
It's never gonna be Paraíso, which is a little bit. It's a little bit sad. Let me go ahead and make some swaps. We're actually gonna swap here. Artho Meerkat coming in for Dino already. So a little bit of a DPS line change.
Maybe something for a hit scan? I don't know.
And we're going to Hollywood, Dusty. Like a oh my god, wait. My predictions are on point.
Dusty always loses the prediction battles. Next, we remember this from Shadow.
You lose the 50-50, and I always win that. We're gonna get another swap. We're gonna have Cozy coming in for Help Me and Gwendolyn for Scully.
Alright, that's gonna be 3 swaps after map 1. It's gonna be an interesting one. As I mean, Hollywood first, it just matters who gets the defense. If you can get a great, like, first point defense, make them, like, at least send it to overtime or full hold, that's this map, once you get, like, 3 or 4 ults, you can push through first relatively easily as long as they're not, like, someone on that elevator in the back.
Yeah, that's true. And again, I always expect to see a Winston coming in for both teams. Especially because, again, this is a very high ground dominated map. Maybe even a diva here. And again, it gets a little bit crazy. So Blackout is not going to be able to run the queen here because unless you really are able to just rush into the first choke point, it's going to be very hard to take that the first controls, from hybrid. Because again, hybrid is a lot about taking the first momentum, and then you're able to like start steamrolling
With the cart, just start pushing.
Yeah, beautiful.
And now, I mean, what kind of compositions do we expect? A diva, a Winston, maybe even Has. He's still sticking around. Like, the meta's really loose right now.
Yeah, and again, maybe we see something even crazier, like a ball. Every
Ooh.
map is a ball map if you try hard enough.
I wonder who said that before. Hmm.
I don't know. A wise person once said that.
You know, I think I know what team he's on. And while we wait for the map, I just want to show stream this because I'm so happy I have it. I'm sorry. I need to show them this. I got the jersey. I got it. Leviathan jersey.
The levies from the three. We're working on getting some merches done for at least for season 1 right now, and probably like we're gonna have a stream collab with our lovely lobby host Lunar, and who's always our mod. Probably coming closer to December, so
Winton's
everybody
alive
keep an
now.
eye out for that. An eye out for that.
I brought also back. I brought Winton back from the dead. So I just pressed E. I don't know why that worked, but you know, here we are. And
Heroes
ooh,
never
it's
die.
Diva. It is the Diva. All right. That actually, I really do like this comp from the Coven. That is a standard comp to a T.
Yeah, and I mean it's gonna be a lot on Witch to really sorry, it's gonna be on Gwendolyn to protect Witch here. Probably their Brig specialist, I'm assuming that's why we saw the swap. Brig on is always very strong, especially in Hollywoods, because you have
Oh.
that one choke point to go through. So a good nade is just gonna be a little bit scary. In
I
the
think I know. I
meantime.
think this is Gwydion. Like Gideon.
Oh, that makes sense, Gwydion. Yeah, you're
Yeah, I was
right
gonna
about
say
that.
Gwydion when I heard you pronounce
I
that
am
first, but
blind,
I
Chad.
didn't want to
Yeah.
I
jump
am
in
blind.
and, you know.
All right, and this actually looks like Nyx. It looks like an actual dive comp duel.
Yeah, kind of very
Only
standard comms from coming in
besides
Hollywood,
Theory.
especially.
Besides Theory.
Oh,
He's on
Lucia's
Lucio.
really good to go like through the choke point because again, you don't want to get caught by the nade from Witch here or getting the poke damage from Cozy. So it's a smart pick.
Yeah, now Chilla already forced off the high ground. That's going to be a nice contest from Blackout Eclipse. Neil is set up and get ready. If Race hits a big nade in the backline and you're not able to matrix it, it might be game over for this first point as you already have Shoreline jumping in, everyone's falling low. And Gwydion is falling low, does not get picked off. The Genji's now in the backline, though Theory comes in to save the day as Minyana gets their dash reset and finally gets picked off. Theory's half HP as well, but Shoreline's able to get the trade. It's trade after trade next in this series, it seems, as it's still going to be Chill trying to get the recontest, but your DM has fallen, and your DMech and Diva have gone away, as it could be probably a first one from Cap here.
Yeah, and again, I think this series so far has all been about tempo, because Blackout Eclipse is just being able to outpace Coven time and time again. Coven can play well against like when it's a slow down fight and getting a little bit more poke at points, but the problem is that Blackout Eclipse don't let them get a poke. So even right now, Shoreline try to control the high ground, really try to make everybody's life very hard. It has to fall back for a bit, but again, Hunted is in the back line here, probably trying to get something going soon.
Getting close to that
Probably
pulse.
try to poke the Winston, yeah.
And now Shoreline 1 HP gets a nice anti from Digit. I'm gonna keep them alive. I keep trying to say Digi. I don't know why, but it's a nice dynamite from the side of Cozy. And Ortho gets to trade on Haunted. It's still 4v4 Nyx, and the tank for Blackout Eclipse will get back first. You do have a Nano, though, to compensate from the side of the Coven with Digit getting ready to launch at any moment, as Cozy has to be wary of Ortho on the low ground here on the Sojourn. It's going to be a Nano Diva being a dive opportunist here, as Minyana finds both members of the back line of not Blackout Eclipse, the Coven. Names are difficult today.
I know, but what a smart trade coming from Minyana. Like, they saw Diva going in with the Nano and just decided, yeah, we're just for your backline. You're gonna go and waste out that much time against my Sojourn, and then we're still gonna demech you and probably stagger you. That's
the bomb, though.
Out.
Oh, almost a remake.
Almost a squish, but unfortunately not. And
Yep,
now and the Coven has a harder time here. They need to contest this high ground, but it's gonna be very hard because the Winston's are already there, taking all the space, and Demo's already 1 HP and needs to fall back to get some care.
And a Bob's come out, and Minyana's down. No need to worry about a Nanoblade this fight. Demo, however, is getting juggled in a corner. Not enough support sustained to keep them alive. Bob was putting in pressure, but it's a beat from Theory and a primal from Shoreline to keep the rest of the members alive. Shoreline still jumping in, not able to find anything, gets naded onto them. Race has a Nano just in case to scare this one, but Card is still moving the entire time. There's 3 people on. I don't think anyone can touch here, as Ortho's just making sure no offings can be taken. Gwydion's gonna fall, Minyana gets the cleanup, and the Genji is gonna seal this one out. And now you have a 5-minute time to get through third here on Hollywood.
Oh, this is looking a little bit diabolical. It was looking good at points, but again, it's just out. They're just getting outpaced. They need to be able to either slow down Blackout Eclipse or be able to match their tempo. And I don't think Coven right now knows how to do that. They're kind of playing again. They have the DB to go in and dive, but the Blackout Eclipse Blackout is giving so much care. And so Cozy almost falling, but luckily gets some care, gets a little bit of an O charge for sports. But now Blackout Eclipse still has 3 ultimates on the bank, while Coven has absolutely nothing, Dusty.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have the Shoreline and some of the members of Blackout Eclipse contesting this high ground, just making sure no one gets to go up to that cart easily, no little off angles can be taken. As Chill's already falling low, you have to put Digit's entire magazine into the deal, just keep him alive, and it does build Nano. We have to worry about the Nano Blade coming from Inyana! It's time to slice and dice, Nick! That's gonna be 2. Make the 3 from Shoreline, and it's just clean up. Not more to say.
Sushi making out of Manana right now.
I'm hungry.
Survive there. Yeah,
Digit does have this nano though. You could hit Gwydion and get the rally potentially here, but you have to worry about the overclock, and Ortho finds Cozy. And now you just can't get in there. Digit didn't get the nano off, and one by one. Demo does get the pick. You might be able to build a bomb here, 15% away. You're still above half HP. You're just so close, but can you get it? Ah, no, 7% away. Digit still has nano. Cozy might be able to get a retouch, but to no avail. Over 3 minutes on Hollywood attack for Blackout Eclipse, showing why they're the Div, well, not the Div 1 team, but the #1 team in Div 4 right now.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, one good thing for Coven, I'll try to give the bright side.
Yeah.
Right now, is that your comp is gonna work a lot better on attack than you would on defense. Because Demo was just taking a lot of damage way too early. Because again, Diva cannot eat the Winston Tesla canyons, so they were just getting poked out super quick. And especially with Shoreline and Manana just going in and being able to like go into the back line, really try to block out the heals. And again, you cannot eat a dash damage, unfortunately, as a Diva.
Sigma Gaming.
I do
Not
think Sigma
bad
is a
at
quite
all.
smart pick because again, it is a little bit more defensive. Because this first point, you can play more of a defensive comp. If I were to Coven, even if Ramatra, I mean, we saw Chill Demo playing Ramatra on the first pick, and even if Ramatra is not like an orthodox choice in Hollywood, I felt like it would be better for at least this first point defense to use a ram to really be able to stop these dives. Like as soon as Winton gets low, maybe Witch could get a good anti-nade out. Maybe Cozy could get a big dynamo and force them out again, already forcing the cooldowns. But unfortunately, that's not how to happen. Diva was not the ideal choice for a defense here, especially with the amount of damage Demo was taking.
Yeah.
But now they're on attack though, so the script's a little bit flipped. And zero hope. It's not
And now
copium.
You also have Cozy on the Soldier now, a little bit of a mirror match to Ortho. I mean, you should be able to get railguns are nice, especially to force back people like Mignon trying to get the backline. You have to worry about like a 2 million damage headshot going to your face. So Shield Demo's gonna try to contest height, gets moved on by Theory.
Ooh.
And I just realized the Ana and Brig are splitting the setup for Blackout Eclipse, and that's gonna get Theory killed.
Yeah,
And
very
that's
aggro
gonna
positioning.
be a free first height at least for the side of the Coven. Now is it gonna be able to move in? Cozy finds the second pick of this first fight quite quickly, as we're going to have an offense almost as fast as Blackout Eclipse is, as Han is able to move in. It's on a nice nade from the side of Race from the high ground, finding Gwydion, but it's too little too late as a minute burn off the clock and the points aren't going to be capped, and just as Sigma and Brig are not going to be the fastest members of the team here to get a good contest.
I mean, Charlie is still trying to get the contest and already using E, so that cooldown's out. So maybe they can force it back line quickly enough, but it's looking a little bit scary.
The sleep! Just enough, but he gets woken up. Shoreline finds the Ana, and now you somehow get the sustain without getting 2 ticks? How?
Ooh. Big recontest, and Sigma has a lot of sustain that eat, really giving him a lot of shields, giving Shoreline a lot of shields. Point, and the sleep was not enough because someone woke up, which is sleep. So Shoreline was able to finish her off there, and now again, it's still looking good for Coven. You already got a tick, so you don't need to panic. You're bleeding your ultimate. You just cannot let your mental get boomed right now.
Theory.
It happens for the best of us. Theory's just gonna embarrassingly walk up the stairs again. I do that all the time. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sometimes you just press the cooldown. You didn't mean to.
And I mean, you still beat Race to this Nano by a second, but Chill's already falling low. You're gonna run out of your DM. And now you just need to know when to engage. You gotta time this a little better. Force out the cooldowns first, then go in, because otherwise, Nyx, it's gonna be like right now where Chill is fighting for their mech to just stay up.
Yeah, Chill need to actually chill for a second to be able to get topped up, charge your Matrix, go, and then dive in on top. What a open up the point was a pick in the theory, but Manana just gets 2!
And now you have Cozy running in with the Nano Clock on the point. It's going to be a Nano onto Manana in the second half, though the Blade just to make sure to get the sustain, get the cleanup, and Nyx, that was pretty much everything Coven had in the bank, and you only used a Nano Blade for Blackout Eclipse.
Oh no, Coven, that was a commitment coming in. I guess they got scared of the Nano Blade and tried to pop Rally in response, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough, so the Nano's overclock was mitigated, and now you have nothing other than a bomb. You need to pray they're gonna buy for the Diva pack for now, but I don't think Blackout Eclipse is gonna die to Diva bomb.
Yeah, and now you have the Flux coming in from Shoreline here probably soon. As this segment's just looking for a target, Theory has the rally. It's going to be first high ground taken again. And the Flux hits absolutely no one there somehow. As Race is just going to sit up on this high elevator high ground, able to poke in heals and damage. And both members of the backline for the side of the Coven will fall. It's going to be a bomb on the point, being able to clear out someone possibly. But no, there's able to block it, and it's going to be a sweep onto Haunted. Another potential stagger here for the Coven with 30 seconds left, Nyx.
Oh no, it's looking terrible for Coven right now. Also, you guys were nodding the Ana POV for a while there, but Haunted was just poking on the Ana, and Jitty Witch was just not giving a single care right there. They're like, yeah, I'm just gonna heal my team. You're not gonna kill me right now. And then hits sleep nonchalantly. Love to see that. And now for Coven, what do you have here? Absolutely nothing. You have to go against his overclock hard though.
It's going to be a nice DM to block it a little bit. Shoreline's falling low. You have Gwydion trying to get the confirm, but Brig versus Sigma, not the best matchup. Chill is able to find Ortho. You might be able to get a little longer of a stall. Cozy finds Manana getting close to this overclock, only 10% away, but they fall. Haunted 1 HP as well. Chill gets slept, and it's just a Diva. DMAC on point. Overtime burns, and so do the rest of the members of the Coven, as this is going to be going to match point with Blackout Eclipse, making this a 2-0 lead after Hollywood.
Blackout Eclipse looking, as always, a little bit scary for the Division 4 here. They're definitely the team to beat, and again, if for any other teams, you gotta be like, it's not necessarily studying, but practicing against what Blackout runs right now. Because again, Manana is a menace, Shoreline is a menace, Race is a menace, Theory is a menace when it's not dropping off high ground. And everybody's just doing so good from Blackout Eclipse, their coordination, when knowing when to go in and knowing when to not, it's just beautiful to watch. And Coven has, again, we talked about them being the underdogs. They should not be too disheartened, but then again, you are on week 5 of play, almost into playoffs right now. So you really do need this win, and you don't want to rely on other teams to lose. So you need to be banking on a reverse sweep right now, and your mental cannot be shattered this moment. Does it's all about the mental right now and getting momentum coming out for here, because we're gonna go into Flashpoint next, and it's a very weird map. But before we go into that, we're gonna have a 5-minute bio break, though.
Yeah, we all need it. So, as always, get your snacks and get your drinks. We might have a
Stay
reverse sweep on our
hydrated.
hands.
That's true. I pray for the reverse sweep, and we're gonna get Gamba on for the matches. I promise.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the current first match of the night with the Coven, currently down 2-0 against Blackout Eclipse. And I mean, Nick, there's still a chance where we've seen like misplays from Blackout Eclipse that the Coven can capitalize on. I just honestly think they're taking a little too long on some of these with like the diva engages.
I'll say Coven just needs to get a little bit silly. I genuinely think it's time for them to lock out,
Maybe.
have some fun, play their comfort picks. I know it's all like Overwatch tends to be about meta, but it's so boring. Play whatever
We don't
you're
even
more
have a meta
comfortable
right now.
with. I mean, meta tends to be Lucio Curie backline or on a break. Depends
Yeah.
like on the division and team. We saw a lot of, especially on WCS, we saw like a lot of Winston getting played. We saw even some teams preferring the manga, but that again, that's a comfort pick. That's not a meta. We saw some diva going on. But if you are the Coven right now, you generally just need to lock out and have some fun, go crazy, play Junkrat, play some Metro, who cares? Play some Rife Fever
Alright!
Moira, play Weaver's End, who cares at this point? Like have a good time and try to get this reverse sweep going. And our
And
method of
it's
choice is gonna be
their
Suravasa. So if we're gonna be silly, why not do it on Suravasa?
I mean, you got a point. I'm an NJC fan, but it's okay. We're going to serve, and I mean, honestly, we could see anything. We could see Zar, we could see Windham, we could see Maga. I could expect a Roadhog at this point
Again, low key Roadhog with like Akiri to help with against a nade in
with
case
the
that
Sombra
is on the
perks
play.
rechanged.
Yeah, I mean, go somber, go hog, be diabolical, be a little bit evil, mischievous, have some like whimsy in your heart and have some
Oh,
love
and
in your
also Scully
mind.
May's back in.
That is true. We got some swaps coming in, so it's gonna be a little bit interesting. They really probably just swapped into the
Oh,
Brigitte for Hollywood because
oh
again, Honor Break is
no,
just good.
oh
I don't
no,
think
Nick.
Race is gonna be playing Mercy.
Oh,
Yeah,
but is
the-
Ortho gonna be playing the Bastion? Is the problem for Chill?
I mean, what the hell? Sure, like why not? I probably don't think so. I probably just means a little bit of we're getting a little
I
worse.
mean, honestly, it's not bad for a knife target, but just the turret mode. Hit the turret mode, and you're
Yeah.
golden.
I mean, I'm
Oh,
excited to see
Orthos taking on the
Demo
Bastion.
matching the Jungle Queen mirror here right now. So it's gonna be a Queen versus Queen with a backline mirror as well, except the
It's
Bastion is
just
their own
everything's mirrored
thing.
besides the Bastion.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot of damage coming in.
Get hit by an axe, get hit by a knife, and then you see Ortho just press left shift and just burn them all down. As it's going to be the engage first here from the side of Blackout Eclipse. And the covering going to try to run them down, Scully May falling low. And Ortho finding the little bit of a pixel perfect shot there. As going to be the rest of the members of the Coven rotating to point. And Ortho will fall, but I don't think the one pick on the Bastion is going to be enough to salvage this one next. The shoreline is half HP, but it's going to be Cozy and Haunted falling, giving Blackout Eclipse the first point, first flip. As, I mean, you're looking not too bad here momentum-wise.
Yeah, again, the thing about playing as the Bastion is all about knowing how to kite the turn form. Unfortunately, Scully probably didn't get a calm that, hey, Bastion's a turn form, don't peek that, and just instantly gets blown up. Because Kyria, as much as the Suzy is good, it doesn't keep you alive that long.
Yeah. And now Chill's gonna fall low, instantly getting burst down by the Bastion grenade, now the turret as well. And it's going to be Digit falling first, and Scully May next, and Bastion is gonna be raining bullets. Here gets to clean up with a shield demo, and 60% and counting, you almost already got a blade for side of Blackout Eclipse. The Coven though, they're actually, Cozy's mirroring the blade percentage of Mignana right now.
Yeah, Cuz is trying his best, especially because with the deflecting against the Bastion. And again, Coven needs to be able to come out, hey, Bastion has turret, let's like kite that out, let's speed boost out. So it's very important for Witch to be able to hold on to the speed boost, not only to engage, but also to disengage. Otherwise, you're just gonna get blown up very quickly. And there again, that's another form, and they're just going in this time.
They're
trying to
running
melt
it
the
down.
Bastion.
You do get the pick, but you just lose 2 in the process. It's not the worthwhile trade as everyone already half on the engage, and it's going to be a quick first point on Suravasa. And now it's going to be a little bit rough walking into 5 ults from Blackout Eclipse here. You still do have ults of your own, but you really just need to... Maybe a fake engage here is what could do it? I don't know.
I mean, if you're Coven, you really want to bait out his ultimates first, especially like Kitsune Rush, and hopefully a bead out of that too. Because again, short lane, if Scully is able to get a good Suzu, that's just
There's the blade.
negated. But Blade's coming out from both sides.
Scully's
Manana
down.
gets the first one.
And Manana gets one. It's going to be all cozy. Cannot find their target as they're going to run down by Theory, who popped the beat, and you do get the beat and Blade out. But now it's going to be a pulse bomb onto Ortho, but a little too late as that's going to be 2 ults down as you're starting to get to your support ults and Rampage as you have to worry about 3 coming from Blackout Eclipse, and all those ults are kind of going to be good one after the other. You can just pop the Rush to engage, then the Rampage to get the cleanup if you need to, or just have Ortho nuke the backline.
I'm surprised the Haunted chose to get a post bomb out. I mean, it connects, but you probably would want to get this pick now, but and Digit just blows up immediately, and that's looking a little bit scary, but Ortho just immediately blows up. Race just getting the continuing rush out, so it's gonna be a lot of damage coming from Blackout Eclipse, and it's just gonna be a quick fight win.
Yeah, and it's going to be another fight loss for the side of the Coven, and one more fight. You need to go quick too since it's Flashpoint. This percentage goes up really quick. As 20 more percent to go, you need to start moving. You probably have to send Digit to touch and or Haunted. And it's going to be looking real rough if you don't get the contest here, but you have to worry about the Bastion artillery strikes just coming in, trying to nuke the backline, looking for Scully May. And it's going to be lined up. The Kiriko will not fall, and you do get the touch. Rampage, Chill uses their own and dodges the one from Shoreline. Both queens are trying to fight for their lives right now. Scully May pops the rush into the wall a little bit, unfortunately, into the fountain. As almost an Ajax from Digit. They come at the beat, and there's still a chance, they think, in this fight. Race is falling low, but Manana's going to be able to get the cleanup. And, whoa, okay, Digit gets them flying. But, yeah, that's going to be your second point, and that's unfortunate. You used every ult in your bank, and the bank a little broken now.
That's a little bit devastating, not a little bit, high-key devastating for the Coven. Now, because again, you need to be able to understand, sometimes, especially on Flashpoint, it's okay to give up a point for ultimate trades. Because out of that fight, you force out Bastion ult, you force out Theory's speed, you force out Shoreline's Rampage out of that. So you are going to come into the next point with even higher ulti count, but now you're just in the dumps right now. You only have a pulse bomb, and you need to pray that, like, Hunter stakes Ortho, and Ortho walks into 2 right now.
I mean, it's looking like it might happen. As Cozy gets the deflect kill onto Ortho, the pulse bomb is missed. Theory gets Digit. Bit of a Lucio v Lucio action in the back line. As it's going to be the blade from Manana coming out to clean up the fight. Finds Scully May. Finds Chill Demo. Haunted goes down to the Chaos. And make that a 4-piece for the Genji. It's going to be Manana getting that one.
Manana making some sushi for Shoreline's birthday. Happy birthday,
It's not his birthday.
It's always his birthday. You don't get it, Dusty.
I don't get the bit.
You don't get the bit. We're not the same. And now Blackout Eclipse is gonna have 2 ultimates coming in. It's double support ult too, and only against a Cozy Blade. Cova's gonna have a hard time finding anything unless they're able to kill the Kiriko or Lucio early.
Cozy with the blade in the backline, looking for the one, finds a target in Race. Looking for more, force out the beat from the side of Theory. Not deciding to dash in until a second, maybe too late. As you don't get that extra health off the swing, and now you're going to fall the Bastion here for Ortho, going to be able to keep him alive a little bit longer as Haunted gets the quick melee recall. Theory finds Digit, and this for Theory on the Lucio has actually been putting in a lot of work for the side of Blackout Eclipse, as this fight's going to be taking so long, as Haunted's going to fall last here, and now you have 15% of touch, and it's basically just going to be a 1-by-1 stagger next.
Yeah, and Dusty, I have very sad news. Everybody from Coven, except Cozy, only has a single perk coming in.
Oh,
and now it's going to be 99, so they have absolutely...
Chill needs the best Rampage of the life.
Yeah, but Race has this, the Suzu still going on. Scully's
The
falling
JQ,
dangerous low.
looking for the Rampage. They get the touch! Manana does not get the Suzu. The Genji falls to the bleed damage. And now you have Digit coming back. They fall. Scully May goes down as well. The Queen May, do they have enough to self-sustain to keep themselves alive against all the members of Blackout Eclipse? You at least get Theory before falling. Now it's the DPS line for the side of the Coven. You do have the pulse from Haunted. You're going to need a big one. You're going to need a big stick. And the pulse goes wide. Does not hit its target. Race falls low. But you have to get back on the point. Haunted, no!
No!
A Charles 9 if you saw for a second longer Digit. What? Oh, Digit.
There you go,
Word.
Digit. English is
Yeah,
hard.
my English!
I know, English is not your first language. I super
I'm saying
understand
dig it like I'm playing Venture.
I can dig that.
Oh no.
Oh, this was diabolical. Again, this was the exact moment where I mentioned that it's all about getting the disengages as well and calming out the Bastion Terror form. And again, Blackout Eclipse proving once again why they're #1 seed. And Coven has a lot of potential, like still in the season. Unfortunately, their chances are like really riding on the shoulders of people losing right now. So you just gotta have some rage going on here, and you need to be able to tighten up that comms, like be able to cooldown manage a lot, be able to like understand OT con here. As soon as they get that down, I believe they had a potential to climb up too. So I really do hope, even if they don't make it a playoff this season, we continue to see them on Nebula Season 1. And Blackout Eclipse, just an absolute domination. Here's the hard question, Dusty. Who's our MVP from Blackout? Because everybody just is so good.
Minion or Theory? Feel pretty confident on those two. They both had really good performance. There is like the underrated pick, but Manana was like one making the flashy plays, 4K blades and whatnot. You know, the standard.
I'll say, yeah, I'll agree with Manana because for me, it was between Manana and so I guess
Yeah.
is the common denominator here. Then is playing out to the Genji plays because again, how many times do we comment about slicing and dicing, making sushi? He was able to get so many picks on the
Make me
backline very
hungry.
early on. Don't be hungry. You're gonna get you ate some pop tarts. It's fine. It's okay.
Oh wait. You say Pop Tarts? You
Yeah,
say Pop Tarts?
pop
Man, look at
tarts.
the Twitch chat
Yeah.
on my phone.
I'm looking at Twitch chat and everybody's saying happy birthday, Shorelines. Probably
If you
to what I
if you know
commented
the
on.
bit, you know the bit.
You know the bid, you know the bid. And once
You
again,
had to be there.
very well played from Blackout Eclipse. Very good coordination against all
Oh
about the
no.
tempo. And I'm curious to see what teams are going to be able to run against that soon.
What's the no for Caustic?
I know the bit.
You know the bit. You were
I was
there.
pausing for a second. I'm like, oh lord, what is Dusty referring to? My brain didn't
You were
immediately
there,
click.
Caustic. You're the one who put them on the stream.
Not
It was
only
you.
that, I'm the one who made the. I'm the one who made it a damn emote.
Yep.
That is true. Exclamation mark Winton.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, and with that, that's gonna be our first match of the night. Blackout Eclipse versus the Coven. A dominant 3-0 as Blackout Eclipse continues their run through Div 4.
Yeah, that's
And
true. And now
now,
we're gonna see in a couple of
Div
minutes,
5.
probably Div 5. Fenrir versus Drop
In
the
a few
Gun. And
minutes.
again, another underdog story does see because Drop the Gun is being the dominant team out of Div 5. I don't think they have dropped a single map so far.
Hmm.
It's
Alright, and I
looking a
guess we'll
little bit scary.
I mean, we got Div 5, well, you had Div 4, we're going down to Div 5. It's going to be a fun night. We might see some Roadhog gaming. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just picking a random character out of the roster. But that is your first match of the night, and we will see you in match number 2.
Yes,
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm sorry for the long break, but it was our scheduled match time. So with that, next we're coming to Div 5. Hope you got your snacks and drink, because it's gonna be Fenrir versus Drop the Gun.
Yeah, and again, it's gonna be another uphill battle coming in from Fenrir. Drop not drop a single map this whole season, Dusty. So it's gonna be a little bit scary. Yeah, not a single map dropping dropped, Dusty. It's a bit scary. It's a little bit scary. And again, we're going first in, and I don't think anybody's gonna be surprised by the fact that it's like Lijiang on tower. Everybody loves Lijiang. Definitely the best control map.
Quickly go to Fenrir's roster, by the way. Ooh, Moira and Mercy on the support lineup there. As Cypher and Key are gonna be on support, Rar and Soldier on DPS, and Jimmy on the tank as another Queen PFP has shown up.
Yeah, I don't believe we're gonna be seeing a Queen.
And
the
another
meantime,
one
for Drop the Guns, Discord Kitten, aka Blackout.
As Blackout.
Pick Sipsai going on DPS, as well as Mercenary and Streamer mode, and Fear on this backline. Looking a little bit scary.
And well, I don't think I've casted a series where it's not been Lijiang first map.
I think we had one on stream, which
his name is actually Streamer mode. That's
hilarious. Yeah, his name is Streamer mode. Yeah, not joking. It's literally just that. I believe the preferred name is going to be. Let me double check here. Ona Stick. But again, we're probably gonna slip in and out from both names.
I'm probably just gonna say Streamer mode.
Yeah, this is right there.
Interesting backline for Fenrir. You got a Moira Zen. Certainly peculiar.
Very big damage composition, I guess. But the Reinhardt is gonna have a hard time surviving, especially against the Sipsai Fara poke and the mercenary damage from Sojourn here. It's gonna be a little bit scary. Super mode though, falling very quickly.
Skur gets Streamer mode. All right. Fara finds a little off angle, gets the Juno, and now you're not gonna really be able to put in a lot of damage to this Reinhardt if you're on the Doomfist, because he's just the armor, the tankiness of him. Just too much, as he somehow finds 3, however. It's going to be trade for trade. Now it's a 2v2 on the point here for the side of Fenrir, as they do get the flip first. And the Sojourn has to slide away, and Skur should be able to get the pick relatively easily as Mercenary. Oh, imagine being you is trying their best here to hold the point for a little longer. But Mercenary is going to get the cleanup there. And you do get 15%. Yeah, barely.
Yeah, Mercenary cleaning up a Discord kid and pod a 3, so he's getting like picks for the team to go in. And again, Doomfist is not my favorite character to watch, but maybe just because I'm a hater. And I'm curious to see how Imagine is going to be able to play into this Doom as a Reinhardt, especially because Doomfist can counterpin the Ryan. So a big pick potential from him is going to be immediately like mitigated by this punch coming in.
Yeah. And now no real ults here coming up besides the Sojourn overclock here for Drop the Guns. Mercenary getting ready to burst down anyone who goes down this main angle from the White Room. And you do already have the overclock perk as well, so you're just going to be able to one-tap maybe Kyo Akuma in the back line. Imagine being used, walking in, the Far and Reinhardt being able to pincer. As Scar finds the opening pick. No overclock for this fight next. Mercenary is down. And now it's going to be a trade from Discord Ken. Scar will fall, as it's going to be the rest of the members here not really able to keep up. Imagine being you with just Zen and Moira heals coming in, and now you're already 55% on the point. And Drop the Guns kind of just gonna be able to
commit the shatter.
And you get your one. You'll at least take that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big slam, but you know what? Even bigger, if he had the team coming up with them. But are they gonna swap? No, they're gonna stick in the Reinhardt. So an interesting ult committed into that, and they're only gonna come in with the Transcendence coming. Okay, there is a swap. I would be surprised if they did it. Oh no!
Oh, the shutdown! You force the Transcendence at least, but no more Doomfist, and also you have Skur on the Junkrat now. I thought the bar was doing a lot of work, but I suppose not. As you're coming up to a closeness here for Fenrir, and you still have ult on line for Drop the Gun. You basically have everything at your disposal. 2 members go down at this simultaneously for the side of Fenrir, as Drop the Gun should just be able to get the collapse. You do get the point flip here for the side of Fenrir, but I think it's too late, as Rally is popped by the side of Fear itself. And it's going to probably just be the cleanup now, as the Baby Diva's on point. It falls, and Skur is still alive. The Junkrat able to stall a little bit more, almost gets a kill with the death bombs. And point has still not been flipped, Nix. And the spawn? The punch is
probably
whipped.
that's a little bit of crazy. But again, it's 99, so they just really keep them out of points. But
You get the touch.
Fenrir still gets the touch, yeah. So now it's a coalescence to the point. You gotta not die to that. It's gonna be a little bit scary.
The coalescence though helped find one with the help of Raren.
Rare?
I'm assuming
Yeah,
Raren.
Raren.
As the visors pop, Skur finds one. This is still winnable for the side of Fenrir. It's gonna be a 3v3. It's a nice trap as well. The Brig of Stuck Fear itself will go down eventually here, as you do get the flip once again. Kyo Akuma's also on the Alari now, by the way. This Brig is still alive, Nyx. And you're running out of ults, you're running out of time.
I don't know what Kyo's shooting at the demons, and there's a barrage coming out from Sep's side here. But again, the point is still on the control from Fenrir, and a tire could actually guarantee the team fight win, but with Cypher just falling down like so quickly, it's a big source of healing out already.
No tire. Give me a boop!
The Boop City! Oh my.
There's the first one of the night.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Legion on tower for a reason. The boops are also always devastating here. And Fenrir losing around with 2 ultimates online, but again, never having a chance to actually properly set up for that. Because again, the tire is an ultimate. You need to play a little bit safe. You don't want to get immediately trade out. You could like go for a kamikaze tire, like literally go for the team. But again, you get in the race to 1 dying and 2 your tire getting killed very early. So I don't believe they wanted to go for that play. I'm very curious if Q is going to stick with the Olari pick here. And again, it does allow for a little bit of more damage coming in. And you commented about the Junkrat pick here, Dusty. But I can see why that works, especially with the tires. Because again, the Square Kid and KLO Cal has been such a menace in their backline. Maybe a good tire just allows them to pick them off early.
Yeah. And now it's going to be 20... Well, not 25. Just 25 seconds till the point unlocks here. And... it's also going to be Cypher Lily going over to the Juno now, and Skur almost just gets 2-tapped by Sepside?
Sepside, yeah.
I don't know. Pronunciations are hard.
Seps.
Yeah, we're going with that.
That feels like a medicine name, low-key.
I could see that on a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and now it's going to be a pretty drawn-out fight, as you're not going to really try to engage at all if you're inside of Fenrir, but you do get Raren with a pick, and that was almost a punch off the map on the Sojourn there from Discord Cannon. You do get the flip or drop the gun, but you're starting to get pincered here. You got a Junkrat coming in, and you have the rest of the members coming in down main, as Kyo Akuma's going to move in with her Junkrat, keep them alive a little bit longer, as 10% on the point, and 2 nice shots to get the trade with Seps. And now it's going to be no DPS for the side of Fenrir, as your supports are on the point. Your Diva's not with you at all, and going to be Kyo Akuma getting clipped up there.
What an oversight from Fenrir. Like, they have the first pick on Mercenary, so Soldier down, big source of potential damage coming from Drop the Guns already out, but they never actually rotate a point, and Drop the Guns gonna thrive if they have the point control. And now Fenrir has the uphill battle to going into that against a Pharah, against a Soldier, against a Doomfist just punching into walls, and then make the swap into the Reinhardt, Dusty. I'm not sure how well that's gonna work into here.
We're back to the Rhyme, but look how far back this far is. It's just gonna be spam damage. Even if you try to do anything, it's just gonna be like this. You're getting bullied in a corner. As one Reinhardt, not enough. As it's going to be, I thought it was gonna be a stagger for a little bit longer there, honestly. As Discord can, hey, strikes forced. As they're not stopping. They are not stopping. They're making 3.
This is diabolical. Local's punk camping them. They're not even gonna get punished for it because you just get out. Again, Hyper Ring coming out from streamer mode here. And I'm not sure if I like the right pick here, Dusty. And again, I understand the Junkrat for the trap and more damage, but I cannot help but wonder if a Sombra will be a better pick here. Just really hack Discord Cannon once they go in, because they've been in the backline this whole time. And it's
Boop City!
Boop City coming in for Cannon again! Oh my god, Soldier just has no chance to lift that, and a barrage coming up from Saps. This is diabolical,
the wall. Mercenary's gonna get the cleanup and make that 3 and make that a win on Lijiang for Drop the Gun.
Yeah, this is what I call a chaotic evil composition, Dusty. If you have Pharah, if you're just straight up chaotic evil, and I don't make the rules. those are just the overwatch alignments. And if you're Fenrir, you gotta be thinking again. You have two options here: really punish Kitten as soon as they go in, aka locale as soon as they go in, but also just for trading for the backline, because again, the backline was a Juno. Juno, as soon as the hyper ring is out, as soon as the boosters are down, very easily killable, especially because they don't have a break coming in. But they never actually committed to either of the choice instead of choosing to play their Reinhardt with the Sojourn and Junkrat. Again, the Junkrat probably trying to switch for the tire, or sorry, the trap to get like this quick cannon trapped and immediately melted, but that actually never actually happened. I'm not sure if it was just the trap getting picked up early or kitten just being really good with avoiding those. But Fenrir needs to try something different. They need to go a little bit, maybe even a counter watch here. Just lock the Sombra. No shame in that. Sombra is cute. Everybody likes her. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
curious to
mean
see what
she
they're
got
gonna bring
buffed
it.
too with the patch notes from like 2 days ago,
That's
three,
true.
three. And I mean there was actually a lot of interesting nerfs and changes. I mean like Ana specifically.
Anna? Why do you think so?
It's just because like the groggy changes, the nade changes, and I think she got a like actual. I feel like there's some other changes in the mix as well. And then there's obviously Sombras with
The virus
the other
spread.
things.
It's
Yeah.
scary. No, that one is kind of scary. I would say Juno's like very strong with the
Oh yeah.
torpedo perk. It's
Yeah.
getting
That
a
is like if you hit
little bit
5 man
scary.
missiles, it's game over.
Yeah, it and again, I don't hate the Juno picks ever. Again, Juno's always a strong character. Orbital was just a press key to win ultimate, but at the same time, you gotta be thinking you're just such an easy pick'ems for either of the teams. So you need to be able to either play well with your Juno, your cooldown management, or you need to have a break to really protect you, especially against a Doomfist. Because again, Doomfist is it's not a good character in like higher elos, but a good Doomfist can really, really mess up your backline.
Yeah. And now I mean, speaking of backline, we're going to hybrid next, which I mean, depending on the map, some people have a really rough time keeping the backline alive on maps like KR sometimes. I mean, or they just don't die. It's kind of either one of the two, you know?
Yeah, and again, it's a hybrid map. Um, I'm not sure if I were fairing what I would. I probably would choose KR. Am I
We
crazy
saw
for saying
Ryan.
that?
We saw Ryan, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because and again, like Hollywood and Paraiso has high grounds, which can definitely benefit a Doomfist or even a Diva. And yeah, we're gonna be going to KR. Is Crimsrow. You love to see
Yeah,
it. Wait, how many map predictions I'm going for?
I think you're undefeated.
Undefeated map predictions. I love being able to cast because it actually allows me to be able to know the teams and see what their strengths are, which is always very cool. Very cool to see. And again, Fenrir really does want to not enable drop the guns into those high grounds because if you have a Soch just being a sitting duck there, it looks a little bit scary, especially if you have a Doomfist just flying up or even with aura poke damage. You really don't want to be there, right? And so you really need to be able to play the angles, and KR has a little bit more of that. Rather than Paraiso or Hollywood even. Because again, Hollywood you could play around those stairs, but it's not ideal. So KR is a very reasonable, logical choice.
Yeah, and I mean, KR Gaming, who knows? We saw the Zen on the first fight, so maybe we see him again.
I am always a Zenyatta fan. Again, Zenyatta Gaming, my beloved. And I'll say Zen is always like a very good pick in KR, especially on attack.
Yeah,
Because like it allows you to swap very quickly, right? Because if you're on defense, you're a little bit more stuck with that. You're a little bit more of a singing dog. Alas, I don't think we're gonna be seeing a Zen here, especially against a Doomfist. Because unless you're able to really trap them with probably the Junkrat or anything similar than that, you're literally just a prime target. You're like a tasty snack, just looking at a Doomfist, looking at you, yeah, I'm gonna get punched into a wall, immediately die.
yeah. And I mean, Doom is kind of just the potential of Doom. You're just able to punch someone in the face, get out with a slam or a block, especially with Power Matrix. That perk is absurd. As let's see what to be coming out here as Fenrir double explosions.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're on attack, so they have a little
So
bit more
yeah,
leeway to swapping around. Mercenary rolling out with the Widowmaker, Dusty.
on KR defense?
On first point, okay, that's very interesting because if
Oh, it's a
Fenrir
full
is not
poke out.
expecting that and Mercenary is able to get an early pick, it's either gonna be like, hey, Fenrir, yeah, again, they're swapping to the Widow, probably expecting that
Oh,
pick.
sick.
Sig makes sense in KR. Again, it's similar to Ram. Like you have a little bit more shield, a little bit more like protection going from the choke point. Because this first choke point and second two are so fundamental, Dusty. And I like the Zenyatta pick, especially against the Sigma. And oh my god, the Widow duo.
And now it's
Scary.
gonna be the quick switch. As it's gonna be Sig v Sigma, but it's gonna be the more brawl style coming from Fenrir versus just the full poke coming in from drop the guns. And it's gonna be kind of up to these Widows to get the first picks, in all honesty, here next.
I mean, now we have a Soldier and I guess the Widow, so the Soldier has a lot more pick potential, damage potential as a whole. So Mercenary really needs to be able to hit like a single good shot, but it's not looking like it instead. Getting closed out by Lucian on the main.
I think that's also a Lucian swap in, by the way.
Yeah, no, I think they were playing the other map, right? I don't know.
I don't
Probably
remember.
not.
I can't remember. As everyone's falling low, Mercenary goes to the cast
They were swapped
after realizing. Oh, they were subbed in. All right, cool. As Mercenary is coming back on the cast, as Discord can find Skirt, and this is still going to be going in the side of drop the guns. You just have enough poke to be able to salvage this fight up. Lucian will fall, and I think what's weird is Fenrir really never tried to move up with their advantage.
I mean, they can't because they don't have anything speedy to go in. Like,
got
if
the
their
wall.
Soldier slides in, die. The wall got blocked out early, forced out early, so Lucian, they literally had no protections except the shield. But again, Streamer is on the Zenyatta, so the shield is just gonna fall down really fast, especially with Baptiste. Gideon does get Lucian though, so that might be the opening pick that Drop the Guns needs to continue the hole. But Fenrir's gonna come soon, like ultimate soon, and a good wall from Lucian should be able to open at this point for them.
Yeah, and now you have around 2 more minutes. You have ults coming in for both teams, but Streamer Load already has this Transcendence, which could be detrimental to any of the efforts coming in from the side of Fenrir, as you're just gonna have to try to keep moving here. As Depth just finds their mirror. Walks on top of it too.
Dipping. There's a flex out too from Kitten. Gets
Ooh,
one though. Wait, that's kind of huge.
It hits the top of the Mandata statue, I think. Took the damage quick. No chance of being saved there. It's a nice leap. Was a wake up there, and Cypher Lily is able to get away. Skur going to the alleyway. Should be able to get away, right? Oh, barely.
And Drop the Guns only need to use one. Coalescence engage
Oh,
coming out here.
Nano
Call. But guess
What?
what? Does see, so the ultimate is mitigated, and the window comes out. Very through. Streamer Mo filing Q and Kitten getting Master Illusion as well. Transcendent coming out from Streamer though. So hey, maybe a free ultimate coming from Imagine soon.
You can only hope, as both support ults were used by Drop the Guns, and now Lucian's going over to the Junkrat. Alright, I mean, the spam damage is very good, as you're kind of walking up to a lot of damage. Cypher Lily going to the Mercy to pocket either Skur and or the Junkrat. I mean, a lot of damage no matter what, either way. But that was an interesting play there with the Nano Coal and then just getting rocked in the face.
Yeah, I'm also so surprised they call without waiting for the rock to cool down. Metro side steps though, so that while the overclock only Mercenaries that I know, but guess
I didn't
what
even
though?
hear the noon. Oh my.
Oh my goodness. And now it's all gonna rest on the shoulders of Imagine with the big flex coming out and probably Soldier coming in with that overclock soon. But again, Seps has their own overclock and to be able to find this Soldier and duel time and time again. So if you're Fenrir, you need to find something very quickly. Especially because Kitten has another flux.
Yeah, and I mean, you just probably have to press Q first as it comes to, unless you somehow get hit by one of the best rocks known to man. And there's your rock, and there's your flux opportunity. The Junkrat's 1 HP. Imagine being you hits the flux of their own. And it's gonna be one each, I think, here for each team. As no one's gonna fall yet. Lucian does get a little too close to the second one. He will fall as you have 8 seconds to touch. And Cypher Lily getting close to the Valkyrie. You're able to pop it. You might be able to get a revive off, but it's going to be the masters of the member of the Fenrir. As you get a tick. All right, you take that.
A free tick. Never hate that. But Cypher's foundation slow is gonna get picked up by the rail shot. Oh my god, Seps, that's nasty. Tristan is forced out and it's overtime, so I don't think Fenrir can even get a touch anymore. And it's gonna click down. And again, I am so impressed by Drop the Gun support line being able to keep everybody up from that flux too, because again, there were no ultimates committed into that. So imagine being you had a free flux and nothing actually ever died against that. Instead, they were falling dangerous low from Kitten's flux as well. So Cypher Lily did get the Valkyrie off, but it was not enough to keep their team up alive long enough. I mean, they got a tick. So again, it's not drawable, it's only losable or winnable, but you need to have a miracle like hold coming in from King's Row right now, does they?
Yeah. I mean, we just saw one, so it could be done again. Maybe.
It could. It could. It's just looking a little bit scary because
One
again,
gaming. I
Ryan
mean,
is just
if you
such
can
a
hold the
dangerous
first,
pick, Dusty.
if you can just hold the first choke, get the main wall off, it is doable. You have the spam from Skur. The main issue is the healing for Imagine Being You. We have a Alari Mercy coming in.
And again, Drop the Guns did show the Zenyatta, stream and pull out the Zenyatta. And Reinhardt's do not get to live that. Like, again, King's Row first, especially on attack, is such a good performance because a lot of people try to be like, oh my god, it's KR, Odin Overwatch days, let's play Reinhardt. But unfortunately, Ryan is just not in a good spot. Like, with a Bastion too, if Sep 6 onto that, and one of the supports just goes
It's like a
Zenyatta,
sim
then Ryan
too.
is just gonna die.
Oh,
Oh my god, this is
it's
diabolical.
they're going to
It
the
is the
height.
play. It's the Grain Baboozle, Dusty. Oh my god.
No, I don't see any widows.
It's close
Mercenary?
enough.
You dodged the trap with the TP. That was actually kind of nice.
Dodging that, weaving that, but now to take high ground, it's just taking control of the point. It's already one. That's gonna be
It's
down 3,
it's
down.
game over. You got the Bastion on the high ground.
Yeah.
Lucian's well, not Lucian. Skur's the last one to touch, and the Lego Bastion will seal out a very that was under 30 seconds, Nyx.
That was diabolical. Again, you say there's no widows. It's not a Grey Bamboozle. Bastion is just a widow on wheels, okay? Like point and click, same
Close enough.
thing. Same. And Mercenary gameplay ODG. That TP, I'm so shocked they lived through that tire. It was so unlucky that they actually were able to get a TP right on top of them themselves to actually like get out of that or like go into a better spot. And putting Seps onto the high ground was just devastating from Fenrir. And now does say it's gonna be like a third map, and they need to
Looks
get
like we're
reverse
Overwatch again.
reverse sweep here. It's looking a little bit scary.
It's a little bit scary, but we're just gonna have to find out after a 5-minute break. We got maybe there's a chance for Fenrir. I mean, Flashpoint is the map type where you can turn things around. We're just gonna have to see as gonna be the Stiff 5 match second one of the night. After this series is over, we will see you Saturday, but we still got this one, so be ready for after the break, and we will be back momentarily. And welcome back. We're going to NJC next.
Yeah, NGC, your favorite map. Like, again, I don't want to.
For Flashpoint, I just need something different, you know?
I just don't. Servos is just too much fun with
For
like.
Vaso, no, it's objectively better. I don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you're just a little bit silly, and that's okay. I have respect of that. And I mean, we didn't get many swaps except like we having a swap inside of the teams itself. We have like Flex CPS going in for their Flex support as well, so it's gonna be a little bit crazy. Let's see what they're gonna be playing here. I don't know. It's NGC, so I'm always expecting a Queen comp, just because again, it's the Australian map, so getting an Australian will always be fun.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw Junkrat, so maybe Junkrat on JC? Maybe?
I mean, right now we're seeing the Reinhardt pick. Again, I might be a hater. But I'm not a big fan of Reinhardt picks and whatever.
At least not on Flash.
Has.
I mean, on Hybrid you can get away with it, but on pushing you can get away with it. But like on Flashpoint, you need something more speed, kind of like the Doomfist from Discord Kin. But I'd probably say something more akin to like the Queen, the Maga,
and also survivability, right? Because Ryan one survivability is just the shield, so once it's down, you're just a sitting duck. And already kidding, going in, already getting some punches in. Mercenary low, but the carry's great. And Fear itself gets the pick on kill.
And yeah, you're gonna have a Tracer and Doom in the back line, and it's a 1-2 combo that is honestly really dangerous when coordinated well. And I mean, look at it right now. You already found 2, and the members of Fenrir are falling down one by one, as this Doomfist is just gonna be punching holes into the entire backline.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta make some adjustments here. For Fenrir. Like, I mean, we're seeing the Soul swap already. I do like the main pick here. It's okay, it's good. If you can get the wall into the Discord kitten, but again, Mercenary finally love the rare listening to me and be like, yeah, I'll dip that. Hashtag I can dip this. And just gets the pick into their Soldier counterpart. So a lot of damage coming, like dropping from Drop the Guns right now. And it's a free push from Fenrir, but Master Lucio finding dangers low.
Almost another shot, just almost, unfortunately, as Meteor Strike in the back line. Here we go. Wall blocks most of it, but Cypher Lily is stuck in the doorway. And it's gonna be another quick cleanup, and that might just be the point next.
That just might be it, yeah. Because again, Kitten just getting so much value out of this Doomfist pick. With Doomfist, you have like 2 choices. You stun them and kill them. You kill them for block. And 3, I guess, you just die. And again, you don't really want to be dying here. It's gonna be just the first point quickly and easy here. And Drop the Gun is gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 ults coming in. Meanwhile, Fenrir does have the Blizz and the Coalescence out and probably a beat soon. But again, it's gonna be able to match against the Mercenary Overclock. And again, Mercenary is able to get so much value out of Solj, does he? He's looking a little bit scary. You need to be able to counter swap here. What are you gonna do? You need to be able to kill this Doomfist, but he doesn't die. Not with what the damage you have right now.
Yeah. I mean, the worst part is, now that we're going to Scrapyard, it's just so much better for the side of Drop the Guns, and it's gonna be able to find a pulse bomb from Fear itself on to Roar, and it's gonna be able rare, and it's gonna be a trade as well. And I mean, as I was saying, you're on Scrapyard where you get a lot more just survivability with the Doomfist and Soder and Tracer being able to move around in the backline. As imagine being you, tries to get saved by Coalescence. Actually, no. Yeah, no, it was an attempt there as both supportals also come out. A Blizzard as well, and this is looking a little rough for the side of Fenrir. As you do get Discord Kin, you still have a chance at this one. As the Sojourn falls low, Mercenary does not care. Sheer mode burning down 2 with the Coalescence. God. You do able to stall to get 35, 37% though?
I mean, but you're only gonna have the Shatter out here. And a lot of what's gonna happen with Drop the Guns is that they're not gonna be playing close enough for you to get a failure. So your best option, if you're Imagine, is just get a solo shadow into Doom, get a lot of damage on while you're pinning, and just immediately kill him so you can push. And then again, you're gonna have to be up against this. Oh, Orbiter comes out. It gets nobody.
Big Slam!
Big Slam gets 2.
Just can't get the chase down on a Sep, so it's gonna be the Reinhardt charging in the backline. Not happening, as the point will just continue to tick second by second as he got 40% to go. The Reinhardt still running in from the side of Fenrir. And it's just going to be unfortunate as you just have to stagger in there on the Reinhardt. And now, oh no, Kyo. Not into the Doomfist, not the Zen.
Oh no. And again, I mean, it's good damage coming out, but it might be a little bit too little too late. I mean, they're definitely gonna lose this point here. And what you saw this year right there, imagine me, you got a big slam onto the backline of Drop the Gun, but it was not on this core kitten. And again, that's why solo sharing is a valid strategy. Solo ulting is very valid. If you just kill the character, you get shot with the pulse bomb. How?
It was the punch. It was a charged punch. The alley-oop for the pulse bomb, and Fear itself finds 4.
Disgusting! Oh my god, is this LeBron James? Actual LeBron James? That's so crazy.
Jordan
now,
Brady.
I don't know.
That's Jordan.
I don't know sports, Dusty. I only know soccer and Brazil
Yeah.
soccer.
Messi.
Messi. Okay,
No.
whatever. It's fine. He's fine enough. But
I know
Fury,
that's like the only soccer I know. My bad.
it's okay. And Fury's gonna come in with that overclock, with that blizzard, with the shatter soon. They just cannot get picked out early. They're gonna have to give this point first. And you need to be able to kite the mercenary ult here. So yeah, Drop Gun gets the first cap, but now Fury's in a good spot as long as it's stabilized. If they get staggered, it's gonna be huge.
Blizz is going to be able to make sure no one can engage into the small room. As it's going to be 4v3 here for the side of Fenrir. Able to find some nice opening picks with help of Master Lucian, just chucking icicles down to choke. And Cypher is going to find their counter, well, their mirror in the Moira. As point is still ticking for the side of Drop the Gun, as Mercenary will not be contested off of his high ground yet. As the rail, it's good!
Wait, Fairies never actually had a chance to push in, so they were just setting ducks under the choke point for Mercenary getting the rail shot in. Now, okay, again, this is where the lack of speed really hurts Fenrir. They only have a Zen and Moira for the backline. Meanwhile, Drop the Gun has the Juno speed ring to actually be able to match the rotations here. And especially at this point, if you just sit on a choke, unless you go left and are mid immediately down to bottom, you're just gonna die to the soldier and pick him. And now Drop has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a Mercenary. The overclock gets one already.
Game over. You don't get the touch here. It's Evriel coming out, and the series has been swept. Drop the Gun will stay undefeated.
Drop the Guns did not drop a single map so far, Dusty.
They don't drop.
They are the team to beat in Division 5, and not Division 5, just straight up because they are very good. They know how to play their strengths, they know how to play their rotations, they know how to outpace people. And this is very similar to what happened with Division 4 games. Tempo is everything in Overwatch, so teams that lost right now need to be able to learn how to take tempo for themselves. Be able to slow down the other team's tempo or be able to match or outpace actually the other team's tempo. So it's all gonna be about learning and adapting soon enough. And Drop the Gun again, once proving why they're the #1 seed in Division 5. And Dusty, now you gotta think, who is MVP? And I have a favorite. It's my kitten. It's Discord kitten.
Oh,
aka
please
Locale.
rephrase. Please rephrase.
It's okay. Their name is Discord kitten, Dusty. I cannot rephrase.
No, nonetheless, yes, the Doom did get a lot of value, getting like 3Ks every fight, making sure the backline of Fenrir was having a rough night. And I mean, just props to the Doomfist. I do love me some some good Doom gameplay. There we go.
I hate some Doom gameplay, but I cannot deny that got out of this character. It's just so frustrating to play against. And again, Fairy just need to go back to the block because they're not the last seed right now because Heavy Hitters is coming in with like 3 forfeits, if I'm not mistaken, of -11 map difference until they played their own match right now. So they still have a chance to make it into playoffs. But you need to be able to also regroup and like understand what are your weaknesses, so why we need to improve here, because for the next matches you need to be able to win. And any match right now is going to be a very scary one, because if you drop even one map, it could be the make or break for playoffs. And that's what makes it so exciting for a round robin, Dusty.
Everyone gets to play everyone, and with that, Nix, I think it's just a short 3 Overwatch tonight, not gonna lie. I think it's back-to-back 3-0s, and then tomorrow we're going to start off with our Div 3 game with Cuddle Puddle versus MSU. A Div 3 showdown near the, I think it's near the bottom of the standings. I don't know if MSU has their
both
wins yet.
matches are gonna be like bottom of the standings. It's gonna be very interesting match because I think most teams like want to prove themselves still, even if you cannot make it to playoffs. Because most teams want to continue for Nebula season 1, so they want to prove that hey, I'm not a fraud. I can do this. I believe in myself and I believe in my team. Morgan State University from Division 3 is coming as the last season against Catapulto, which I believe is sixth season seed. Sorry, not season seed. Again, is it doable to get into playoffs? Maybe not, but you
Let me do
still
the math.
it could be.
Div 3 Cuddle Puddle has a chance.
Yeah,
I don't
if
know
like
about MSU.
Boosters lose and Phantoms lose, it could be very much doable. But again, you also don't want to be counting on that. You want to be improving yourself every single match. So even if you don't win this season or you don't make it to this season, you can make it to the next one. And again, it's gonna be very exciting matches. I do believe tomorrow you're not gonna be seeing any 3 Overwatch. We're gonna be seeing at least a 3-1.
The one day I'm gone. The one day I'm gone.
The one. Again, you're not gonna be there to see. So maybe it's you. Maybe you're the problem.
Maybe I'm caster cursing everyone.
Maybe. And that's okay. But either way, I'm very excited to see everybody tomorrow on our Saturday live stream at 8 p.m. EST and then 9:30 EST for our Division 2 match. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We always appreciate your viewership. And I hope to see you tomorrow. See you later.